Hey guys, welcome back to the WODdoc Project 365, episode 1068. Guys, you're following along on YouTube, please jump on over to thewoddoc.com. Check out all of our full-length videos. That's where we house them. Tell you what we're doing. Let's talk about wall balls and wall ball technique. I'm going to start out by showing you 3 variations that we see commonly in the CrossFit community. Alright, first variation, traditional wall ball, right? 3 points of contact, elbows are underneath, or I should say arms are vertical to the ground. Third point of contact is the chin, and then 2 sides underneath with each hand, right? So, very typical, squat, release, squat, release. Second one, all right, still gonna be the same catch position, but we're gonna add a recovery movement into it. Third one, another form of recovery. So, these are 3 variations that we see very commonly. Traditional, straight up, straight down. We don't move our hands away, and we try no recovery strategies. The second one, we use a tricep recovery strategy where we use the eccentric stretch in the tricep to help decrease the load and decrease fatigue. Last one is the biggest one. It has shoulder movement, and we're basically trying to keep the pump out of the shoulders, again through eccentric stretch, right? Which one's best? Which one should we do? Well, of course the answer is always, it depends. But I'm a big advocate of the traditional movement. And here's the first reason why. Whenever I start to deviate, right, from going straight up and straight down, I make the movement longer. So whatever benefit I get from this eccentric stretch in the triceps to the rolling of the shoulders and allowing that pump to decrease, I add in workload, right? Because this workload is less than this, or is less than this, okay? So I'm also adding travel. Secondly, as you fatigue, right, now motor control or coordinated movement gets more difficult. It's more difficult for us to stay in coordination, to stay in synchrony as we get tired, the longer the movement is, right? So as I get tired, all right, and we're talking tops 150 reps, right? I mean, that's the biggest that we see mostly. And as I get tired here, right, this movement will degrade slower, right, than this movement, or than this movement, all right? So I'm not a huge advocate of using those, all right? To certain people, it's the way that they do it, and it's typically the more proficient CrossFitters and stuff like that, but still, I would not want to get them to do that. If I had one of the CrossFitters I was working with, an elite CrossFitter, whether they're a games athlete or not, I would try to restrict them from doing that, because I don't see the benefit. You have increased amount of movement, so increased amount of work, right, for a very little amount of recovery, all right? And on top of that, what I'd have them work on more, all right, is consistency in ball striking at the target and reducing spin. And the reason why you want to reduce spin is so that the ball doesn't fall short or long, right? You see these people sometimes, I do it myself, where as you start to get tired, you get a little top spin on the ball, or you get a little down spin on the ball, and that's going to change how the ball comes off. And now I'm going to have to catch it a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left. I'm going to have to catch it in front of me. I'm going to have to catch it high, right? These are all 4 ways that I need to now readjust myself, rather than, and that's going to, and the point is that's going to take so much more energy than if I was straight up, straight down, and I worked on the consistency. So every single time that ball comes right down, right where I want to, right in the pocket, and it almost knocks me into the squat, right? So I'm going to catch, boom, right into the squat. I think that you're going to get so much more benefit working on the consistency of the ball striking, where it touches on the target, the amount of force that goes into the target, and how far it goes left and right, than you ever will out of any type of recovery method through all these wild swings. So get rid of that shit. Go back to the plain stuff. Work hard on consistency of those methods. Simple is always better, especially under fatigue. All right? So that's my opinion. Questions, comments, please post them below. I'm sure that there'll be a bunch of opinions on this one. So, post them below, and until tomorrow, we're optimizing function to optimize performance.